All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Positive Tribe podcast. I'm Derek.
I'm Dan.
All right, we're going to jump into the topic of finding joy in the little things or in big things, whatever. I mean,
Finding joy.
Finding joy. We'll just leave
There
it
we
at
go.
that. That's
joy.
good.
Where
Where are you?
I'm just kidding.
I guess I'll just kind of start it with what I find joy in. And little things that I find joy in would be spending quality time with my family, going on walks when the weather's nice. It's starting to cool down a little bit. We're in October now, so it's starting to get a little cold in our little town.
Yeah, we've had one freeze so far.
Yeah, exactly.
That was wonderful. Defrosting the car.
I know. There's frost on the ground. My boy's like, did it snow? No, it's just frost. And personal hobbies of mine, that would include business. I like trying new things, stuff like this. This is totally new to me. I know this is something you're good at, but what about you though? What are a few things you enjoy?
So I like getting out and just going on adventures.
Yeah.
In general, and I know I've mentioned that before.
Outdoors, then.
Just outdoors.
Out in the mountains.
Well, it doesn't even need to be outdoors. I can go into a museum and be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because I'm so enthralled by history and just nature and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's completely just take a step back. And instead of just driving to work, maybe look out the window and see what you're driving past.
So slow life down a little bit.
Just slow life down. Yeah. Step on the crunchy leaves.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Things like that. It's like, we live in southern Utah. It's very geologically diverse. There's beautiful red rocks. There's high granite mountains. We've got limestone canyons that are, slot canyons. We've got everything here. We've got trees. We've got desert landscaping.
Yeah, we've got mountains.
And it's crazy that, we live in this place. And when you're seeing it every day, you don't even... pay attention to it.
At one of my jobs, one of my businesses, it's a pawn shop, retail shops. We get a lot of customers in, and where I'm located at, it's right next to a hotel. We get a lot of tourists, and I can't tell you how many times a month we get tourists that come in, especially during the summer and springtime, that go and visit Zion is what they call it. I call it Zion because I'm from Southern Utah.
And it's singular, not plural.
Yeah,
it's not Zions.
Zions, yeah.
That's the bank.
Zion National Park. And they're like, oh, it's so beautiful. And they go to the Grand Canyon and Bryce Canyon, all these close places. I've never been into Grand Canyon. I've never been to Bryce Canyon. I've been to Zion National Park once or twice maybe when I was in high school. It's been 15 years. I'm like, my gosh, I live right here. I've been to Lake Powell maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
All these amazing places. If you're not from this area, look up Zion National Park if you've never been there.
Angel's Landing.
Beautiful places.
Well, it's funny because we live right here next. I've only drove through Zion.
Yeah.
I've never actually taken any of the hikes.
Really? Yeah. See, I've only done it once or twice, maybe.
I'll pay the entrance just to go through and drive.
Right.
But it's I just like the scenery. It's I've never actually done any of the hikes.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And I think that's common when you live in a place that has cool things around you.
You're like, I can do that any day.
Yeah, I can do it anytime. But when are we going to do it? When have I done it?
Exactly. And I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I take that back.
I take it back too. I think my mom told me I did it once.
I finally went to Horseshoe Bend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All the way out Page, Arizona. And that's the only time I've been to the Grand Canyon. And even that, it's really not as grand of the Grand Canyon. That's kind of the beginning area,
My brother just invited me on a rim-to-rim 50-mile run through the Grand Canyon, and I'm like,
really?
No, I'll die on that if I try to.
50-mile
run, that's crazy.
Man, he's very into the back hills, mountain hiking, and everything.
He's crazy.
Hey, we should get him on here.
Yeah, that's right. We need to.
Next time he's in town.
Yep.
It might be a while, but he'll be.
Kendrick, get on here. I think you have a point. We just need to slow life down. If you have an extra 10 or 15 minutes on your way to work, take a little detour, go explore something you haven't explored before.
Take a road you've never
take it through a neighborhood, through the old part of town, look at those cool houses, check out the scenery, whatever you're into.
And who knows, you might even find something that you didn't know was there.
Yeah.
like, there's been times I've gone through places and I was like, wait, there's this little, like, coffee shop right
Yeah,
here.
exactly. This little hole-in-the-wall shop.
Or even, like, a little restaurant or something. You're like,
mm-hmm.
I've never heard of this place, never seen this
Right.
place. And then you go in and you're like, oh, this is actually really good.
Right.
And then you're like, do I want to tell other people about it, or do I want to
Do I keep
it
it a secret? Yeah.
And then you're like, well, maybe that's why you didn't hear about it, because they just kept it a secret.
Yeah, it's such a good place. Exactly.
But, it's like just little things like that, and you never know.
Yep. And it kind of along those lines, too, it just popped in my mind. There's this quote that says, don't worry about the spilled milk, or don't stress about the spilled milk. And it's kind of referring to when your kids are being crazy, making a mess, and they spill the milk. And typically your first reaction as parents is to get upset and now you got to clean up the mess. But relating this topic to, kids or whatever, just let them get messy, let them do things.
Let them be a kid.
Yeah, and get involved with them. I mean, there's... Yeah.
I'm not saying you spill your milk.
Yeah, don't spill. But yeah, get down and play with them. Life's too short. You got to slow things down, enjoy the little things,
and just overlook the little things too,
yeah.
like the spilled milk and things
messes.
like that.
It's okay.
Just clean it up and move on.
Yep.
Because if you're focusing on all the little negatives,
Yep.
guess what? You're going to start seeing bigger negatives, just like we were talking about in the law of attraction and a few other things that we've mentioned.
Yeah.
In our other videos. But you just enjoy life.
So maybe a little challenge we can give to our listeners is put a comment down below of one thing you're going to try and do this week to just slow things down. Whether that be taking a hike or watching the sunset,
going to a petting zoo,
just find one thing to do. And
I guess it's you know what? It's October. Going to a pumpkin patch, going to a corn maze.
Yep.
There's plenty of things that you can do, and they're everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. Just look it up. Cool.
All right. Hey,
thanks,
let us
guys.
know in the comments below what you guys plan to do, and we will
forward to it.
see you in the next.
Yep. See ya.